And there we are. We're live. Here, I'm gonna post the tweet. I'm gonna post the link on Discord. Can you tweet it out?
I'll tweet it out right now, dog. Gimme.
I forgot the rest later.
Discord.
I forgot the cover and everything later.
Oh, we're live, huh?
Yeah, we're live already. Yeah, we're live. So as soon as you tweet it out, I'm gonna play the intro and then we get started.
What's up with Toad over here? Bitch ass Toad knocking me out the way.
I think I'm just gonna post it tonight, George, and then we go socials tomorrow. That way, at least is up on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere else.
Yeah, that sounds good with me.
Because we're not gonna get our usual listeners, live listeners today. We're starting mad late.
All right, I've been on par. All right, I'll take it. Let's go.
You good? That's good enough?
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Tony? What up, Anthony? You back from France or not?
What up?
Alpha's in France right now, dog. He's wide awake.
What up? I want to go check if Cabral was a real person.
What up, Glenn? Hey, dog.
That's sad, dog.
Little Angel's in here?
I fucks with y'all, man. I really appreciate, like, what is it? How many we got in here? We got like 15 people in here right now. I really appreciate y'all fucking with us.
So
this fucking late.
I don't want to get fined, dog.
Fined? Yeah. Marshall Lynch. Yes. All right. Here, let me go to rules here. 1 second. YouTube Studio.
Ooh, what a curve! Damn, I'm a fucking call for y'all.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, Striker. The Alonso guard? I might fuck your shit up, but I appreciate you for being here. Lucas, yo, what up, my guy? How you doing? We're gonna get the shit going right now. I don't want to fucking waste time. We're late already.
Anybody in here golf? I'm a golfer.
I do. I have my clubs here.
Real golf.
Have you actually golfed though? When was the last time you golfed?
I don't know, like 3 years ago. Pre-COVID though.
Oh, what a spin! Okay, I like this. I'm nice.
I want to do that though. I do want to go golfing. I've been wanting to golf for like the last few years, and we haven't done it.
Follow me at Jay Woods. Hell yeah, Jay Kepka. That sounds like.
Hey, I'm down, dog. Invite me, dog. Let's borrow some clubs too, cause I'm I ain't got none of that shit. All right. Let's hit the intro and then let's get started, dog. It's fucking late. And Obi-Wan comes out in an hour. I gotta be done in an hour, boys. I don't remember
same.
But in 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I gotta be done in 2 hours. So we gotta fuck out of here. All right, intro time.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is
Good evening.
Good
Buenas noches, ¿cómo están?
What's up, y'all? I'm a golfer.
What's good, man? You're a golfer? Hey, Lucas, I'm gonna derail this short here, but I'm down with Top Golf anytime, dog. Top Golf is fucking dope. I love that shit. But I actually want to hit the course.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. All right. What up, boys? How we doing that? Yo, for the 20 of y'all that are in here right now at 10 p.m.
I love
First
y'all.
of all,
yeah, I ain't got
salute. I'm gonna tip my cap to y'all because we're an hour late and we have all y'all in here. I really fucks with y'all. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Make sure y'all fucks with us everywhere. Socials and Spotify, iTunes, all that. But that being said, we're gonna do it all different. We're gonna do it all different today, just because I'm running late. I had something to do and I just got home. And I don't want to be here till midnight, so we're gonna do it different today. We're not gonna do our usual breakdown the whole game the way we kind of do, and just ranting about shit. We're just gonna rant today. We're gonna talk about our feelings. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the month of May. We got one more game coming up a Sunday against Austin, but we're gonna talk about the month of May and how it's not been kind to the fucking G's and everything we feel about the G's right now, because I need to let it out, dog. You know what I mean? It's consuming me right now, dog. You know, I'm becoming
not true. You're
Anakin Darth Vader, dog. Yeah, that's true. You're right. I'm back. No, I'm just kidding. But we are gonna talk about it. We're not gonna follow our formats. We're just gonna chit chat, be active. We're gonna pull you in. We're gonna talk about what you guys saying in the chat. So be active tonight.
I like that.
With that being said, let me do a real quick check in. George, how you doing today, Papa?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Was at the game yesterday. Positivity, boys.
Oh shit, Mas, how you doing, Papa?
I'm doing great, dog. 3-day weekend. I'm excited.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, me too. Me too, man. And I have no meetings on Fridays, so like I get to work without getting disturbed tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. I'm fucked with it. I'm doing great, dog. Let me just share this, right? I'm gonna share a little bit about myself right now. I think I shared in the pod before. Like my daughter goes to a VAPA school, which is visual and performing arts school, high school.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last 4 years, and even prior to that, she had been like dancing, right? Like trying to do choreography and shit like that. Today was her last performance for school, so they had the spring concert. My kid opened and closed and had 2 other pieces in between, and holy fuck, dog! Like I seen her be her. Like I seen her just like really be in her zone, be comfortable, and like yo, she was like at one point she was popping out like yo, like that's my kid, son. Like that, man. I am a proud papa right now, dog. That shit was fucking tight. And I see my kid, yeah, man. That shit was mad. Wow. I'm going back tomorrow. She has another same performance tomorrow. I'm gonna be there again because that shit was, yo, man. I'm a
last
proud
performance
papa
of the
now.
year. That's it.
Last performance of her school career and shit. You know what I mean? Because like if she wants to do it now, she has to go into company or she has to go into her different studio. So I hope she continues it because she's killed it tonight. She looks stunning, man. I'm blown away, man. I'm so proud of my kid. I'm so in love with that. That's so dope. All right,
congrats to her.
That's dope.
Thank you for
she listens to the pod, huh?
Nah, she does not at all. Yo, like when she's here and she sees me do the pod, she's like people listen to you, and I'm like, yo, for real, can you give me some credit? Like I'm pretty dope. All right, enough of that shit though. Let's talk some G's, right? Let's talk some G's.
Okay. Talk to me.
Where do we even fucking start, man?
I'm ready to have this conversation. I don't know what conversation it is, but I'm ready for all angles of this conversation when it comes to talking about these guys, because it's the biggest emotional roller coaster without being an emotional roller coaster, because I know what to expect from the roller coaster, but I like roller coasters, but then they make me sick.
Here, so I was driving home right now, right, and I was thinking about this, and this is the most toxic relationship ever, bro. I'm gonna tell you why, right?
We're up there with Ron and Sammy.
Yeah.
Very up there.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like legit, like after Houston, I was ready to not fuck. You know what? Shit ain't even that good for me, dog. You know what I mean? I was gonna be straight water, no more Kool-Aid and shit, right? I was done with it, dog. I was like, y'all really gonna do this? All right, cool, whatever. Like George is right. I'm gonna get this Kool-Aid man in my butt cheeks and shit. You know what I mean? And then they have performance like last night, right? So my you know, here's why I'm comparing it, right? Because the Galaxy is that partner. They'll fuck around, and we say, okay, I had enough. I'm leaving. They promise you the change and start showing you how they're different and how good they are to you. You know what I mean? Toxico, dog. Sick ass fool. This team yesterday got me upset. Also really hyped and happy and a whole nine, right? Because yesterday they showcased second. Let me start off. I'm gonna start hot. If we could get Cabral, Granzier to perform the way they did yesterday, we have an elite ass fucking attacking three. With pace, with ideas, with aggression.
I would say we're a level below elite if those two can match, because Vasquez, I still think a Cam is a vital position, but those attacking three with Granzier and Cabral, if they click, Chicha's gonna click when he listen.
Here's my thing, right? Like, yes, you're 100% right. It's a rivalry game, right? It's a rivalry game, and we've been talking about it for years, like how this. But what it does showcase though is their capacity.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Like I'm not saying like we're gonna get that performance week in, week out. Even though Cheech, that's what he ended up saying, right? Like at the end of the night when he was walking away, he said like, "This is what we have to do every game." Right? Does that translate back into them actually doing it? We haven't seen that before, so I can't be too optimistic about that one.
To me, my comparison is like when a player goes out there and does a hat trick on a Champions League final, or like Jordan Flu game. These are the type of games that the Galaxy put up against our rivals. So they're impressive, and it's like that's the capacity that you have, and we see it in you, and you're great. But the thing is the consistency, and can you hold that up throughout the whole season? The answer's always been no.
But listen, like yesterday outlier. Obviously, it's fucking it's a rivalry game, and we talked about this many of times. So I'm not gonna go into how like they perform better. But again, like the capacity that they have to perform in a certain way, the understanding of what the other player is gonna do. I mean, look at the goal that comes to on transition, right? The one that the Cabral starts running wide, the defender's closing him down. His touch.
Hot take.
Listen, his touch was right. Like it could have been a little stronger to give more advantage, but the touch was right. Grant Zero, what he does after that, like he attacks that ball, he makes that run, lifts his head up, right? Chicharito's doing what Chicharito does. He peeled off, he has spacing, he's attacking it, right? A ball that I mean,
I don't think the ball was great. My hot take.
Okay,
and that's fine. I think Chicharito made it good.
But Chicharito's gonna do that more often than not. Like he was making that run.
Yeah.
Right, and if it's a little shorter, he's gonna come in. If it's a little, I mean, he was gonna be there. And Grant Zero did that. Why I say this team's elite? Because name me, and I'm being honest, right? And I might be wrong here, but like name me a better attacking force if these guys could play at that level.
Well, on paper, we've always been a great team.
No, but we hadn't seen it. I mean, listen, Cabral and Grant Zero had not showed us a complete game like this did last night. Listen, and everybody listening, I know we bypassed Houston and we haven't talked about it. I want to get back right into it because I had this, I didn't even talk about it in Discord like this week today because I wanted to save it for here. I want to talk about this here. That performance yesterday from it goes, I think, from the back line to a front line, but I'm gonna start where we have seen our biggest issues being with attack. Grant Zero and Cabral, like, major focal points of why we're not scoring many goals, right? Yesterday's performance, man. Look at Jovelic's goal.
That shit was sexy.
Look at Jovelic's goal. It's not only Cabral. Like it starts in the right hand side, right? And what was that? Paris?
No, it was Julian and 1-2 with Aguirre.
Aguirre, there you go. Yeah, my bad. Like look at it's some flair in that, right? But it's not flair just to be flashy. Like that back heel opened up Julian, right? Like it was nice. Julian picks up the head. All right, cross wasn't that great, but it found the open Cabral. Cabral for the first time in his fucking life knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was patient with the fucking ball. He allowed Raheem to go past him, and then a simple back heel. Like again,
that was perfect.
It's swag without not just trying to be swaggy. Like it was like. He tries to turn around and gives that pass, like they're onto him. You know what I mean? Like he had to get that back here to set up Raheem the way he does. Raheem takes a shot because that wasn't a cross. That was a shot. But I ain't mad at him taking that shot. You know what I mean? Jovelik is there, like doing his Chicharito-esque. You know what I mean? Like he's there just.
As he should.
Yeah, I'm not. That was not a diss. Like, if it came out that way, like it wasn't that. Like I want my strikers to be fucking poachers. I want my guys cherry picking and shit. You know what I mean? Score everything you can. Man, like, but that then I'm gonna stick with the attacking because yes, you're right, George. We need a Victor. We need a younger Victor Vasquez. So we got to clone him. You know what I mean? We got to figure something out. Super age him so he could be young again or whatever, or just get a new cam. But if this attacking, if Grant Zero and Cabral have more of these performances where they really put intention to what they want to do when they're clear on what they want to do, I'm making gallons of Kool-Aid, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give everybody some Kool-Aid.
Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me.
Do you think that what we've been doing as a team as of late before this game on Wednesday, trying to play that possession game and all that shit, then affects our style? Because yesterday
wasn't possession.
It was even, right? But the way we attacked was like quick counters. But and I feel like we like that. That's what made us look good, bro. Because we in transition took off fast as fuck. Like all our goals came off of counters. So to me, that whole possession game and be patient, and when we let the other team settle, then we don't know what to do. But when we catch them off guard like we did yesterday, there was so much space, and we obviously have the pace to play that style. I'm not saying we're not. Hold on, we're not. I'm not saying that we're always gonna play that way. But when we attack that way, the results are there, bro.
And I think it suits us better.
I think it suits the players we have better. And maybe because Vasquez was out the last couple games, that it didn't look great. But I think us playing a quick, okay, let's not call it counter. Let's call it a quick build up play. Is better than that fucking slow ass build up play that we've been trying to play.
No, but see, two things, right? One, I think you're, in my opinion, you're misreading what happened in that game, right? Because the one thing that benefited us from LAFC is that they don't sit back, they don't play a back, a line deep. They were high up the field and they compress more, right? When that happens, you found the spaces. Like again, like that goal with Cabral, you found that space, right? It's the same thing I've been telling you. It's the same thing I'm telling you about what they're trying to do when the team does sit back, right? Is that slow ugly procession from the back to try to pull them out and then try to get the spaces to attack the way we attack. I don't listen. If you hear what Vanny's been saying this whole season, he's been saying like, and he's calling it out when we don't get those passes up fast. He's like, we got to be faster. We want it faster. So like what we saw yesterday, I think it is really a vision of what Vanny would like the team to perform like all the time.
Is it though?
No,
I think so.
Hold on.
I don't think so.
Back to the point I was gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that all the teams that we've lost to up until this point sat back?
No.
I don't believe
the month of May.
Houston did.
No. So listen, I think
and hold on, and so it's not always gonna work. Like the team that sat back against us, Nashville, we look fucking good in that slow ass possession. We created chances or whatever. And obviously LAFC doesn't fucking sit back. It's not in their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can't say that the last couple teams that we've played sat back on us.
No.
That wasn't
No.
But we didn't have that dynamic.
No, yeah, 100%. Listen, and I started off the pod by saying the month of May has not been good for the G's. Because that Dallas game, that Houston game,
self-inflicted though.
Listen, regardless of what's self-inflicted or not, like I agree with you. I think you're right, George. But like that was not the team we had been seeing up to that point, right? The month of May has been horrible, right? It actually started at the end of April because the RSL game was the first game I remember. Like the team didn't look like they had been looking up to then, right? Like in Salt Lake, they looked a little sloppy. I said chucked it up to the altitude. I chucked it up to bad luck because we had some chances at the end to kind of win that game, right? So I said, cool, whatever. Austin. Austin game, if it's not Delgado scoring that from distance, you know what I mean? Like okay, whatever. But we got 3 points off of that. Yep. We played against fucking Super Strikers Volume 2 and 3, the ride, right? Like, and we won 2-3, but that game wasn't pretty. Y'all remember that shit, right? Like we had like our players in there, and we played against 4th division team, and that wasn't pretty. That led into Dallas, and Dallas was like the first time I was like, yo, this is a train wreck. Like at that point, like. Train wreck, right? In train wreck, we go Minnesota. We got out of there with a point on a bad game that we probably could have won, right? Mm-hmm. But still, the team was not performing the way, at least in my eyes, they had been performing up to Salt Lake. We go to Houston. Houston just whoops our ass, bro. Like, there's no answer for Houston, and I don't think it was tactical. I think it was the players. Like,
what did you want?
I think it's the players. Fatigue. Listen, I don't want to give them an excuse.
Fatigue.
Whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of games, but whatever. I'm not giving them an excuse.
Everyone's playing a lot of games.
Yeah. I'm not giving them an excuse. Like whatever it was the players' fault.
Yeah.
Right. Like, listen. So we did all these games, and I'm saying like, except for Salt Lake, all these games have been in May. We're not even done with May yet, right? So there's a lot of games. So I'm not giving them the benefit of doubt that they were tired, because then I saw yesterday's performance. Right, and yesterday, everybody stood up. Everybody put everything they had. They won every challenge. Well, not every challenge, but they challenged everything. They fought for everything. They were aggressive. They had intention. They knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to win that game. Where the fuck was that against Houston? Where the fuck was that against Dallas? Like, they want to win the game. Yeah, no, I know, but that's why I'm upset, right? Because listen. Other years when we've played better against LAFC, because we always have, right? Like we step up for that game, and I hadn't been convinced by the team.
I think this is the first time in all the games.
Yeah.
We look the better team.
Yeah, but
that's fair to say.
Yeah, And not only that too, like, but like the season itself, right? Again, month of May is bad, right? I just went through the games that we played so far in the month of May, ending in April. But before that, like, I was proud of this team, even in the L's, right? Like the Orlando, like prior to our sell, our losses were against Sounders, and that was set pieces, and against Orlando, which is a fluke, in my opinion, right? And I was proud of everything else we had done up to Salt Lake. Salt Lake is when we started shifting, and it went downhill from then. When I see a performance last night, I'm upset because I know you're better than this, right? And I was pouring up that Kool-Aid to anybody who had a cup open, and we were drinking. And then on a fucking in May, you just kind of shit the bed. But we play LFC for a fucking US Open Cup, and now you're gonna be a fucking powerhouse.
But we knew what it was coming into this game. That's so to your point about us being able to see the capability of this team. Yes, it's there, it's doable. But to what Masa was saying, I don't think it's the style that Vanny wants to possess. He's
you don't think it's the style?
No, I 1,000% no. This is the first time we see it.
No, it's not.
A transitional.
No.
This is the first team. Let me speak. A transitional team with something in mind, and players are making runs off of them, and then our players are able to catch that. It's the first time I see it.
Well, so the first time what you saw, I think the first time I saw it too, was a real connection between the players in the field when it comes to attacking.
Yeah. Yep.
Because again, when you say you hadn't seen that, we had seen it. We just seen it not as clean as it was yesterday, right? Because we've seen the intentions of doing the way we're attacking yesterday. I've seen that intention over and over and over again, without it being successful, right? With Cabral getting at the end of the ball and then not knowing what to do with it. With Cabral getting a bad touch. With Granzier getting a good touch and then not knowing what to do in the second or taking a missed shot. Like, I've seen this. I just hadn't seen it work, right? That's what I'm telling you. Like, I believe like yesterday was the first time we've seen a full picture of what Vanny wants. Because I've seen these transitions, I've seen these runs, but never a connection like I saw yesterday.
Did you guys see the post-game interview, Vanny?
Yes.
No, talk to me about that.
He said that this was the best performance he's seen his team play since he's been here in 2 years. And I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree as well. It sucks that it had to come to LAFC. I wish it were any other game. So I don't have that. It's an LAFC game. If this came to on any other game, on any other day, Vanny, I see what you're trying to do. The rest is up to the players. The fact that now it came on an LAFC game, it's going to have an asterisk for me throughout the season. It is.
Unless they figure some shit out and they start performing like this, right?
Unless we start seeing this a little bit more
repetitive. That's how it might change. Listen, again, we're going to disagree with you at the end there, but like I fucks with you 100% when it comes to like, man, they do this shit against Houston, right? Because again, when we talked about Houston, was it last week? Yeah, last week, right?
Houston was a terrible game, bro. Like, I was sober. I was watching this shit at the stadium, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? Like, we played to nothing. We're playing to nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
And offensively. And it was like, this is... I told, I was with Gio. I was standing next to him. And then that Sunday, on Wednesday, I told that fool for Wednesday's game, like, man, like, I don't even... Like, I was so mad. I was like, I don't even want these fools to win on Wednesday. Like, this is fucking pathetic. Like, I just want this shit to be like, are we a good team or are we a bad team? Like George said, rip the Band-Aid off already, you know?
I had a really
just take the fucking L. Like, and then these fools come out and play like this, and this shit's fucking insane. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, I don't fucking get it.
What I was gonna say, just going back a little bit to George's point, was like, Houston game was horrible, but if we had the performance we had against LAFC last night against Houston, even though like because listen, but when we talked about Houston last week, I didn't think Houston was gonna do that to us, right? Like 3-0, never, bro. Like I thought we were gonna win, right? Like I thought we were gonna get a clean sheet, 3-0, right? But if they would have won that at 3-0 or 3-1 with that kind of performance, I don't care if it would have been against Houston, right? A team who I didn't think was gonna hurt us at all. I would have still been like, yo, that's the performance of the year. Like this is what I want to see. But because it was against LAFC, right? Like it's that thing here, man. I'll say this though, right? We're gonna beat a dead horse here if we keep talking about like we played against LAFC, played great. Because I mean, We just are. We talked about this for every year since they came about. So I don't want to necessarily do that. I do want to talk about a couple players here and there, and I want to start with Raheem. Because listen,
before we go there, I have a quick little take. Maybe it's not hot because it was obvious, and if you guys didn't see that, then I don't know what the fuck. Do you think us playing a bit quicker was because of better distribution out the back from our goalkeeper?
No, I think no, hell no, because Klinsmann had a lot of plays at the beginning of the game. Everything was going out, and then the players were yelling at him. He kept up. He apologized like 3 or 4 times. His distributions went straight out. I think it was just the fact that LAFC was pressing up high, and 1-2 pass got out, and then we were out for the races.
I don't know that
again, man.
The second half, I think Klinsmann was on point, like distribution wise from the back and quick. Like he will catch the ball, and it was quick. Like he wasn't waiting for anyone to set. Like
but listen,
I'm not saying that.
Like we need to start him, but he's
no. But I'm saying, I feel like the distribution and the urgency that he showed when he wanted to play out the back. I thought it was great. I thought it was refreshing.
But peep game though, right? Most games where Bond has looked bad, the team has looked bad too. Right? It's not a thing where we can pinpoint Bond and be like, oh, like he just. I mean, other than
well, I'm just talking about distribution because fucking Klinsmann didn't have any work.
But I'm trying to make a point here. Like, what I'm saying is like it was a team energy for yesterday's game, right? Because for Houston, not a single player not a single player did anything right. They couldn't figure a thing right. You know what I mean? So yesterday, like it almost seemed like, with the exception of the goal, it seemed like nobody could put a foot wrong. Everybody was on top of the game. But that, like, to me, like my opinion is that these motherfuckers really wanted it yesterday, right? Like that was the difference between yesterday and every single game in the month of May so far. Okay. These motherfuckers really wanted it, right? And I think that transitions perfectly into Raheem, because earlier this week when this motherfucker came out and said I want to piss them off, I was like, damn, dog, like I fucks with it. I like that energy, but you really gotta back it up now. You know what I mean? Like you really gotta back it up, because
I love that though.
You can't. Yeah. I was concerned though, right? Because look at the form we're coming into, right? Like, listen, I play with Galacticos on Liga G, and we're having a conversation, right? And they asked me, they're like, Rudy, so what's up? You really think we're gonna win? And I say, yeah, man, I think we're really gonna win. I say, is this game, and we're really gonna win, right? I mean, of course, I'm gonna say we're gonna fucking win, but you know what I mean? Like, but like logically though, like I thought we were gonna win because it's LAFC at home. You know what I mean? Like I knew we were gonna step up. I knew we were gonna play better than we did against Houston. So I thought we were gonna win. And everybody else was like, nah, like we're definitely gonna take an L. They're finally gonna get a dub at home. Like we're gonna take an L. Like have you seen how we've been playing? Like, you know what I mean? And I don't think their logic is not broken there, because I mean, look at the fucking evidence, right? Like the team was bad up to then. Might be still bad after this. Anyways, point is, when this one comes out and says that, right? Like, and everybody in the G community is real skeptical about what we could actually do, you know, in the game. The moment comes out and says that, I didn't want to take that L, my guy. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like, and this is on a personal level, I just didn't want to take that L, because like
we never want to.
But the way he came out and played, I mean, listen, can we all agree that Raheem is the signing of the year thus far, right? Like he's
easy.
And then yesterday, like, listen, like, I think the team played well. I think a lot of it comes with the energy that Raheem comes out with.
Yeah.
Because this was from the jump, like he's not letting anything go. He's trying to make some attacks. Like he's just doing like.
He got beat once though. He got beat once where Derek Williams, as a team, good shit for backing him up. He got beat in the box, and then Derek Williams came out of nowhere and saves that. That could be a goal because it's one-on-one with Klinsmann.
To me, that's normal though. You can't be perfect.
Listen, I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking because this motherfucker has been playing his balls out. He was involved in 2 of the 3 goals. He's the one that gave the pass to Grandier, that gave the pass to Cabral. He's the one that gave the ball to Jovelik. So he's there. He's involved. Cabral, Grandier, and Raheem were involved in 2+ more goals yesterday.
I mean, fucking. Yes,
you get
right?
me? Like,
yes.
Like that's it. That's it.
Yes, man. In my whole, that's what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, man, even Cheech for being who he is, right? Like, the first year he came in, dog, and motherfucker had us really hyped because he was talking big game, right? He talked the whole big game before the season started, and then season came about and fuck, right? When a player could come out and talk his shit and be like direct the way he was, and then back it up, bro, he's my favorite player right now on the team.
Well, did you hear his interview? A lot of that was directed at his teammates as well, because he knew that. Listen, he knew that was gonna. Yeah, he knew that was gonna spark something in them as well.
A lot of fire in the blast.
That would pump me up too. Like if whatever Sunday League or whatever,
I'm gonna back him up.
George talking like that, I'm like, damn, bro, I feel you.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I'm Raheem. It's me. Have you ever seen Raheem and me in the same place at the same time? I'm just saying.
So you tweet to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that something? That's something I would do, dog. You feel me?
Yo, but and I think it was very apparent too. Like the team fed off of his energy, right? I mean, not only fed off his energy, he fed off fucking off him for goals, right? Like he started.
He Mr. Miyagi the whole team.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, like, I need that energy, man. I need that energy. Like you mentioned it myself, fucking Williams. Williams came back and he came back pre-red card.
Oh yeah,
right? Like he's there, he's fighting shit. Like
we were here calling it though. We here called it, said you need to play him against Portland. That's his turnaround. Perfectly set.
You know who else had a solid ass game? Nick DePew. You went under the radar. He had super solid game.
If I don't call you out, you did good as a defender.
Yep.
I'm fine. You said Nick DePew right now, and I'm like, oh shit, he played.
I have nothing. I have nothing to say. I have nothing. Yep. I have no complaints on him yesterday. But again, like, no, I do, because I'm gonna talk shit about Efra again. I'm gonna go from Efra stan to fucking Efra hater, dog. Like I'm just. But we'll get there. Before we do, like, yeah, let's talk about how chippy this game got, though. Right? Because like we seen these games like heat up for a second, and then maybe a push or two, and then it cools down, right? Like, and then start playing again. Yesterday, man, like from that moment, like early on, like fucking Delgado got a yellow card really early. Chicha's yellow card, like that whole play, like that sets up like the injury with the concussion protocol and all that. Like, I have thoughts on that because like I want to talk about, but like that set the tone for the rest of the fucking game, and it was the first time that I seen that with the Galaxy since like San Jose, circa fucking 20, since fucking Sounders in the elbow. Like I hadn't seen that energy in a rivalry game. You know what I mean? Like San Jose, like
but it's always 12 years ago.
But it's
this one was a little trippy. This one got really physical quick. This one got trippy, but I mean, you remember I think the first one or the second one where Fabio and Rolf about to get down to people getting in people's faces. But this one,
this is different though.
This one was the I think the best one.
Hey, shout out to Marky.
Yo, man. No. Williams, my guy. Williams is with the shit, like legitimate shit.
What's up, bro?
I think it might have been like Brian Rodriguez who called him out.
It was, yeah.
My man said, "Oh yeah." He straight jogged to the fucking towards the tunnel. He's like, "Come on,
let's go to the tunnel.
Come on."
And then little Brian Rodriguez, ran behind the trainer. Like, you lucky. You lucky right now.
Again, listen, man. I get it. I'm not even trying to promote violence, but that shit had me excited yesterday. Like, I was. So like, my mom's birthday yesterday, and she hadn't been stateside for her birthday like in 5 years, right? So I had her yesterday. I was like, "Yo, like we're gonna go out eat. I'm gonna celebrate your birthday." So I took her out to eat, dog, nice place or whatever. I didn't spend no time with her because like I had my phone in my hand, dog, watching the game the whole fucking time. I ain't shit. What's up?
Your mom took Germ's phone too, no?
Yeah. We're all watching it. Like it's a cool restaurant, and it's low key. It's loud because it's like Tep and Grill, so like they cook in front of you is a little loud. Mm-hmm. But when they scored that second goal, fool, I let out like in the fucking stadium. Oh yeah, like in the restaurant, and everybody just got quiet and looked at me. I was like, all right, let's finish eating. I was like, go outside and fucking yell shit. Listen, back to the game. Like, it got chippy, and I like it. It builds more to it. Like, I fucks with it. Somebody mentioned something. Oh, yeah. So I was telling you, like, I didn't have, I wouldn't have many complaints more than Efra came in.
Yeah, man. You know what I mentioned about Dupuy? And it's okay if you don't mention a defender because, if he didn't play, that means if you don't mention him, he didn't do anything good. It's the complete opposite when it comes to an attacking player. If I don't mention you, or if I forget that you played, you said Efra, and I'm like, when did he? I was like, oh, yep, he played. He was there. That's the complete opposite. As a attacking, I don't know. I'll take my L. I'm good. Listen, but Efra's not it.
He had such a sick ass buildup on that one where he takes that weak ass shot with Cheech.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And it's like, all right, fool, you're clear to go. Like, you could have taken an extra touch. And
I wouldn't be
fake with your left, go with your right. Fake with your left,
or shoot first post. Like that's just not hard. Like when he opens up his hips to shoot with his left, like go first post then, because that you're giving him that fucking you open up your hips.
You're showing him where you're shooting it.
Yeah. So go first post or do some shit. Or take an extra touch and do something else.
But like I'm not even mad at the fact that he chose to take a shot. It's a shot that he ends up taking. Right? Like, listen, up to that point, like I didn't think he had done anything wrong. I don't think he had necessarily helped us out. He hadn't built us up more than we were already there, right? Like I don't think he had done anything wrong. But then you get an opportunity like that, bro. Right? For you, who
so frustrating.
By any fucking standards, you're having a shit season for what we expect from you, right? And again, I had brought that bar down somewhere already, right? Like I wasn't expecting him to take off and shit. I brought that bar down. I thought he was even better than what he is. It's lower than that now. You get a fucking opportunity, bro, like that on your left foot. And we've seen this guy, he has a good left foot. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen what he could do. You have time, you have space, big moment. You know what I mean? Like cement yourself. I mean,
put it away.
Cement yourself, bro. Joveljic, he has 3 goals against these fuckers. Right? Cement yourself. Do this shit. Do this shit, dog. And then he does that little boo-boo fucking...
Oh, my God.
Half bar fucking shot, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that, again, if he takes a shot and he forces a keep to actually make it like a dope save, it goes off the crossbar, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
yeah, I
cool.
ain't mad at it. Yeah.
This shit, though, on your left foot, right? Like, we give him shit when he hasn't taken it on his right foot, but this is on your left foot. It's your dominant foot. It's your el pie educado and shit. What the fuck? What?
The shit that frustrated me was obviously the shot, right? But he had just came in. He has fresh legs. Like, there's no reason why your shot should have been that weak. Like, I get it. If you were already playing like a fucking like full 70, 65 minutes, out. And you make that run and you're fucking gassed and you take that shot and it comes out like that. Fuck it, bro. We're already up 3-0. Like, you're good. You put in a shift, but bro, you were in the fucking 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Damn.
And I'm not being crazy thinking that he had time and space. Like that should have just been a better shot, right? Like, I'm not nuts for being there.
You had so much time to open up your hips. You drill it with your left, fly it over for all I care. Like Masa said, we're up already. Fake with your left, go with your right. You could do anything but what you did. Literally anything about what you. I would have much rather you chipped it. I would have much rather you chipped it and had a little dumbass thing because be like, oh, he chipped it. He tried to get pretty. This is your left foot. That's your dominant foot. You are a professional player. And I'm saying he's looking heavy. I don't want to hear none of he's building muscle. He looks heavy, and it's not helping him out.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, right. And if we were talking about like he had to sprint against somebody, and he couldn't beat him because he's a little, he's a little thick boy and shit, right? I would agree with that.
That messes you up on a dynamic of a hip change, though.
Yeah,
You
and
open up
again,
yours for a shot.
even and if he has some pressure, I'd be like, yeah, you're right, right. But give Massa some space, and let him show you what he could do. You know, I see my man score some bangers when he gets space. You know what I mean? Massa, straight up, like I'm that Massa.
You're talking about Tito Massa in the chat?
No, Massatelli right here on the pod. Like, give my man some space, dog. And I seen him score bangers outside the box. This fool had the space, dog. He's a professional player, and we've all talked about how dope his left foot is. What a fucking letdown. Yo, yeah. I'm over him. Like, I am. I started season being a stand, bro. I started season being a stand because I like what I thought I liked what I had seen, but no, that was not it.
And that, I know this is not really off topic, but this is what worries me, right? Because at creative role, we have Vasquez, who comes out injured or felt something, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. They said on the broadcast he felt something, so they pull him against Levas, right? So now we go back to relying on Efra, and from what I've seen this season, is not good. And then you got the coach, even though he got the shit right this time. Like, you got the coach talking about a defensive mid. How do you expect us to drink that Kool-Aid that you're talking about?
I think he expects pushing up Markey though.
But he also said
she's not. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with him.
Yeah,
but I don't see it either.
When did he say defensive mid? Because I missed that. Because I heard him say midfielder
after Houston.
Mm-hmm.
After Houston,
that's what
he's like. I'm missing a defensive mid so I can push Mark and Ravellison a little bit forward.
Also, but
what he said.
But this week, like right before the LFC game, he said we need a person in the midfield, right? So he switched it up a bit. He didn't say defensive mid. That's what I was saying. Like, cause like again, but you're right though. Let's hope that he walked that back a little bit because he realizes that he needs a cam. Because the defensive mid, again, listen, up to the month of May, we have been solid as fuck defensively, right? We let in 6 goals in 2 games. We had like 11 goals in 10 games, right? Like, stark difference. So I don't necessarily think that like defensive mid is at all what we need. So I hope he's wrong. Listen, if we get defensive mid in the summer, boys, I'm gonna hop in the train with you guys talking about Vandy's not it. Because like, if that's I'll hop. That will do it for me too. Because like I don't, bro. No. We need a cam because like again, with Angel was big on talking about last week talking about another injury to Vasquez. Which, you know, I mean, was in the cards, right? Boom, there it is. Whatever light touch it might be. He's what, like 49? Going on 57 or some shit like that? Like, you know what I mean? He's fucking
like 84.
Yeah. He was born like way back then and shit. You know what I mean? He played Rincha and shit. Nah, straight up though, like Alvarez is not it. I'm more willing to put like Cheech as the drop 9, you know what I mean? False 9 and have Jovic up there, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't see anybody else. Either way, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that right now when we talk about Austin. Let's wrap up this talk about last week's game or last night's game. Anything else you guys want to bring up? Other than the fact that I felt good.
It felt amazing, but I'm keeping my expectations to where they were at.
Fair as fuck. But
I hate that it happened against them. I love and I hate it because you never want to lose this game. I was talking to Glenn earlier in the day, and it's like one of those games where you put aside because you don't want to lose them. But with the way that the team's been playing, you just kind of want to just turn your back and say, you know what, we hate the fact that you only show up to this. We said it on the pod coming into that game that I feel like the team shows up just for these games, and we hope that a light switch turns on and says, "Look what we could do! Look what we could do!" We've had these conversations.
But I think
not to this extent though. Not to this extent, because the team really showed what they're capable of. But I don't think that they're able to maintain that or a level of that for the rest of the season, because we're one injury away from closing shop.
But see, like I think you're harsh with that though, right? Because
we're Vasquez away from that, because then we're depending on Costa.
Again, I think you're harsh on this because we went a third of the season playing well
without Vasquez,
getting results. Yeah, at points.
No, we didn't.
Listen again. Look, that's why I made it a point to talk about the month of May, because the month of May has skewed what we see about this Galaxy right now. Going into RSL match, we weren't like, again. You still were in that tip of like, I don't see it, but what's undeniable was the results. Like you can argue the results because you're getting results. So like you can argue about like, oh, I didn't like it, we were getting results.
Yep. And
they were doing it their way, right? Defensively, they were sound. Like again, you could tell they still had something more to give, but they were getting results and they were playing defensively. They were playing great defensively. Month of May comes in, everything goes away. Like everything goes away, right? The players' performance, the defense performance, like just the whole nine goes away. It skews the way we see the team right now, right? Because again,
that could be for a lot of reasons. It could be because of a lot of games, or it could be that, like I said last week, that the teams finally were able to switch what they do against us because they've seen so much of it. They've got their sample size is enough to say this is what we could do against this team. We can use that excuse too.
No, okay. But listen, if you want to say that against Salt Lake, that we lost 1-0, go for it. But against Dallas and against Houston, that was just under par. That didn't resemble anything we've seen thus far, right? Even against RSL. Right? Because RSL, he called Dallas. Masa, did you think Dallas was going to come in and whoop ass 3-1?
I didn't. Dallas?
Yeah. I know.
I knew but I knew if they scored first, which I had a feeling they were, because they look solid this season. If they scored first, I thought we were going to be in trouble, and it happened. Against Houston, though, I thought we were whooping that ass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even Dallas, you thought they scored first, we could be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I clearly remember, like, you didn't call it 3-1 or anywhere near that, right? Like, I think we still called dubs, except for George. George called it tied for that game. Right? Like again, like that Dallas game, that Houston game.
The Houston game gets me more angry, if anything, because Dallas, like, I know they're good, and like people are gonna say, it's Dallas. Yeah, you guys are thinking about Dallas years ago. This Dallas this season invested, and they're investing into a different way they do their shit. So, but
doesn't
Houston
doesn't matter. We shouldn't be losing 3-1 or 3-0 at home. Period.
At home, yeah.
Don't care who it is, right? I just don't care who it is. We lose 3-1 against Dallas at Dallas. Hard to swallow, but fuck it, they're home. You know, they had a win. But when they're visiting and we lose 3-1, listen, I'll backtrack a little bit just get back to the point I was trying to make. Like the game against Dallas, the game against Houston, and even the game against the Super Strikers Volume 2 and 3, like those games have skewed the way we look at the season right now. Because for what it's worth, like whether you like the way they're performing, whether you hated it, they were getting the results and they were defending correctly. They're defending right. I don't think necessarily the teams I don't think Dallas came in with a game plan and said, "Hey, this is how we're going to beat this team." A lot of that had to do with the G's not playing well. Houston, it has everything with the players not performing. Right? Was it them thinking about LAFC? Was it Vanny's moves? Because we came up with a different lineup to start with. Whatever it was, I don't give a fuck because that's part of the roster. That's part of the team. I need everybody to perform. Right. So again, I'm interested to see what happens now. Right. We'll go on and talk about Austin right now, but after Austin, we have a 2 week break. Right. So a loaded May. Because of the two extra US Open Cup games, loaded May. We took 2 L's. Right, we took 2 L's. We got a draw. We got 1 game pending. We're gonna walk out of this like still in the mix. You know what I mean? I'm really interested to see what happens in Portland or versus Portland when we come back after the 2-week break.
I think for me, this month is saved based on Sunday's result.
Oh,
I'm coming up.
If we, let's. If you guys don't mind,
let's move on to
we
Austin.
can transition it. Yeah, transition to Austin. They're second in the West. We beat them at home, playing ugly, and if we manage to get 3 points at home against Austin, I think that saves the month.
Question.
Yeah.
If we lose, are we going to attribute it to there was a lot of games during the week or in the season?
Do we? It depends how they play. It really depends how they play. If they play, if you see what they're trying to do, and like, and it's visible that it's tired legs. If they're getting beat, you know what I mean. Like, I'll look at that. But if we get run out of the field like we did with Houston or Dallas,
yeah,
like that's I think it's different. You know what I mean? You gonna say, Masa?
Yeah, but I don't think there's an excuse here. I think you just go all out knowing that you have 2 weeks
We've
off.
had excuses for every loss that we had, though.
You know, to me, knowing, like, I'll be fucking pumped. Like, yes, I'm like, as a player, I might be tired. You know, obviously, your legs always don't back up what your fucking head wants to do. But knowing that I have 2 weeks off after this next game, I'm fucking gonna go all out, bro. I'm gonna give 100%. Cause it's another home game. I ain't trying to lose 3 fucking home games like
in a month,
back to back in the league. Like
in the month,
like you could say the Open Cup is an outlier. It's a cup game. 3 home games,
league
at home,
yeah.
League home games. Like,
no,
can't do that. You can't do that shit, bro.
I agree with you. But again, like it is that thing, right? Like, if I'm seeing players like cramping out in the field because they've been busting their ass off for 65 minutes on a hot ass day because we don't play at 3:00 in the afternoon, there is something to think about of like the fatigue and just the wear and tear that the month of May has brought, right? But if it's anything that resembles Houston or Dallas, like, I'm not gonna be okay with that because that's just lack of intention. That's lack of want. I understand if your body gives up, bro, right? I'm old as fuck, so my body gives up a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like a couple times a week. You know what I mean? Like, so I get that shit. But it has to be, your attention has to be there, your want has to be there, the aggression has to be there. Like, listen,
you know what?
Wednesday night on Sunday afternoon. Like, that's what I need to see.
You know what? I take it back the result. Because Mitchie Poo in the chat said we were able to rotate somewhat being up 3-0. He's absolutely right. And we rotated Houston. And our star players, our DP players, fucking came in for 45 minutes against Houston.
One of them didn't even play.
Yeah, and one of them didn't even play
this last game.
But I mean, the way last game went, I don't even want to see that fool on the field this next game. But
I forgot somebody tweeted that. Somebody tweeted like Costa was in the field, right? And it was like something vague like that, and I was like, all right, because like Costa slows that game down a little bit, and the game didn't slow down at all. You know what I mean? On Wednesday, so it's interesting.
But so was Victor Vazquez, though. It's just the way that we were playing around them. That's the thing. That's the difference.
Well, see, but the thing about Victor Vazquez, he may not have the speed to take players on, but mentally he's the quickest on the field, bro. It's like he knows what he's gonna do before he gets the ball. He knows where his players are at. He knows the type of ball he needs to deliver before he even receives the ball, and that's what makes him like quick. Obviously, he can't take players on. He's not gonna fucking beat you, but that man is smart. Like that's his pace. That's his pace.
Not only smart, my man is skillful, right? Because like what he doesn't cover, what he can't cover in ground, he knows how to put the ball in space that covers it for him. You know what I mean? Like, so he doesn't have to attack the space. He can put the ball through space to get it to where it needs to be. Vazquez, I have no problem with. Like, that's one of those, you know what I mean? Like, he can walk around the field and just get the ball to his feet and let him do some magic, and then let him walk again some more. Like, I'm not tripping on him. Again, I would like a more, more active Cam, but for now, like Vazquez will do and do well if he can stay healthy. Let's talk lineups. Actually, before we move on, let me pull a comment off from, I believe it was Glenn, talking about Williams and Sega, because I think somebody mentioned here. Let me try to pull the first one. Can't find it. But somebody said something about like. So somebody said something about Williams. Like Sega has been good, but Williams has really been like the staple. Of the
it says William is solid, and we expect him to be good. Sega earned a dozen of roses for his progress. Let's talk about Sega though.
Let's talk about Sega because that's scary.
Cabral goal. Sega Force.
What did you say?
Force Sega.
Yep.
Fuerza Sega. They're friends. I know they're friends. They hang out. Him, Cabral, and Granzier. They're always together. So Cabral knows something that Sega knows. Sega knows something that the Galaxy knows. Vanny ain't saying shit. Which
is interesting, right? Because Vanny said.
Well, they always use that Galaxy like 1 to 2, 3 weeks. We don't know yet. It might be okay. It might not be. It's always been around the bush.
No, but did you hear what he said this time though?
Vanny?
Yeah, like it was even vaguer than the usual response. It was vaguer than the timeline they said, right? Because what he said was, "Good news is not ACL." He's like, but we don't have a time frame, and he's gonna be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was hopeful when he said that because like, cool, it's not ACL. Like cool, we get him back. But then you see, Forza fucking Sega, like
it might require. It might require some procedure.
No, don't say that. That's dog. All right, cool. Listen, if it is what it is. We're still in May,
and we got 2 weeks off. We have 2 weeks off though.
Yeah. Well, but it requires procedure. Like it's not gonna be fucking. It's not gonna be 2 weeks.
Yeah, but look at the positive side. Like you always say, dog, it's 2 weeks that we don't got fucking games. That's 2 weeks into recovery if he needs fucking surgery. So
yeah, well,
better now than later.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the month of May. We go up to like the first week of October. There isn't time to recover, regain fitness, and get back in. Because honestly, like my ideal pairing center backs is Williams and Koulibaly.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like I think right now, like they've been proven they're the center back pairing that we want. Did Pius come in and he's done right? Sometimes, sometimes he's a little sloppy, but you figure out Williams is the captain back there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Williams is the captain. All right, let's talk lineups. Quick thoughts on Austin predictions, and let's get the fuck out of here because it's 11 o'clock.
I have a question.
Yep, go for it.
Random question. We're not gonna have but can anybody at the Riot Squad hit me up? I want to know how they pick man of the matches. Because Raheem was one. They gave it to Raheem for this one.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And I don't know how they. I'm not talking shit about Raheem but I'm just interested to see what their process is. Who talks about it, or is it like a team thing or whatever? If you know anybody at the Riot Squad, let me know, please.
Hey, talking about that, like I know we moved on, but Angel definitely had Granzier as the man of the match, right? Like, and again, like, listen, I talk shit about Granzier like being at the level of Cabral, but I think yesterday they both kind of both raised there. I'm interested to hear like who would you give it to? Easy, and then Masa, you go follow him. Cabral.
When it comes to Angel, it's one of those like he's gonna take any opportunity to be like, see, look.
Oh yeah.
And at that moment, I was like, okay, maybe. I went back. Cabral was a part of, I think, all 3 goals, if I'm not mistaken. All 3 goals Cabral was a part of. And they're neck and neck, but if I'm gonna give it to Cabral. It's one of those things where, like I said, Cabral was the one that started the play to Granzier. I think Granzier got a little bit he got a get out of jail free card with Chicha doing that diving to the goal. I don't think it was that great of a pass. Listen, I'm nitpicking. I love the fact that the intention's there, but Chicha saved that from being a great pass because it could have gone wide. He had to extend himself. He Superman dove with his legs, which is what Chicha does. You get me? But any other player, you don't get to that. And you put that ball as if any other player were going to be there. I'm nitpicking at this point, but I'll give it to Cabral. So Angel is one.
Who would you give it to?
I'm gonna call Eddie out in the chat He said shared man of the match. Grandier did a lot on both sides of the ball,
It's
but
not a
the same,
participation trophy.
but
Fuck out of here.
the same thing could be said about Cabral.
Mm-hmm.
Cabral defensively has always done that, but I feel like Cabral, to me, my man of the match is Cabral.
Easy.
This game,
Not even easy. I'm bullshitting.
just
Sorry.
because
Yeah, not easy.
he was playing at another level, bro. Like at least from what I'm used to seeing from him. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
fuck that. He was playing at a like above MLS level yesterday. Like it was, you can see it. Like all the talent. Obviously, we know he has talent. He does shit. But yesterday, my man was flashy with it. He was
Mm-hmm.
flashy with intent.
Tell me what's above MLS level. Like, what's the league after?
I don't know.
He's like if it is like the Netherlands league like a French league.
Like a
I would even
mid-table
say
League
like
One. You know,
yeah,
mid-table League One.
mid-table fucking Serie A. Like that's where I see it. Yo, I think both of you guys. I think both of you guys have like sound arguments. Angel has sound argument yesterday with the Grand Zero, but I'll fucks with what Rice Squad did. I'll give it to Raheem because I think like not only was he influential on the field with what he was doing, he was super influential with the energy he brought. Right, like that team like rode his fucking his bravado. You know what I mean? That team like so yeah. Like to me. And also, like, I'm standing him right now. Like, I like, I like Raheem.
Hold on.
I like Raheem a lot right now.
Yo, before
my
the
man,
season,
my man's Raheem, does my man's. You know what I mean? Like,
I licked my finger, I touched him, and I said, "My germs." I said, "No one else, none of y'all."
Yo, man, no, straight up though. Like, so I fucks with Rice by because I think like, and I understand why the eyes are on Cabral and on Granzier, right? I understand like. You want to talk about Cheech? I'll give him a nod too because I think he worked his ass off, right? Like, but Raheem, man, everything he does, like, and I think he gets recognition. I don't think he gets enough because he does so much, man. Like,
listen, I think it's getting to the point where we're expecting it so much that it doesn't sound like a man of the match type caliber thing. Because you're right, Raheem had a hell of a game on and off the field, but it's just and I don't want to get to that point where. Oh, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that because we've seen the fact that you're not supposed to do that. That our team can turn it off real quick, and the fact that he hasn't turned it on, give that man his flowers.
Yeah, man. And listen, like it's little shit, right? Like I was noticing when he's not pressing, my man cuts off so many lines of passing. Like there's so many passing lanes, like that he just covering, right? Like so there's no option for you to get behind him because he covers like that area so well. Like. He does a lot of things really good, man. And again, like let alone what the energy he brought yesterday. Like to me, I fucks with what Riot Squad did. Like worth it for me. Worth a man of match.
Also, Riot Squad, what kind of beer's in there? I want to know.
I think they switch it up depending on who they give it to.
I need answers. Riot Squad, somebody. Some about.
All right, let's go lineups. Lineups versus Austin. Bond is back and goal, right?
Yes. Yeah. Nothing changes there.
Williams, captain in the back line, so he's there. Raheem, obviously, my man has to play. I don't care. Like, give the man Depew and Julian. Depew is the man.
Yep, I agree.
It has to be Depew because Zavaleta's hurt. Coulibaly's hurt, and we're back to 2 CBs.
Crazy. Well, at least we have 2 CBs, and we could ride on them for a little bit. I think. All right. Top midfield, we get Revolution and Mark, right?
Revolution and Marky.
Yep. Cool. And then what are we doing? Are we going? We went on Wednesday.
I have to see it again. There's no way, even if Costa's DP, you don't bench after the last performance your wingers because they were, to me, the keys to getting that victory.
When was the Victor Vasquez switch?
Like in the 60th minute.
I think Victor Vasquez takes a
if he's not hurt though,
takes a seat and you put Costa there. So I see Costa, Granzier, and Cabral.
I'm not opposed to it if Victor's hurt.
I'm
not opposed to it. I mean, you know what? You're right, dog. I would much rather watch Costa play at Cam than watch Efra play Cam ever again. So
yeah, that's not an option ever again for me.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely right.
Well, I'm hoping fucking Victor Vasquez is not injured Not seriously, and he could go. At least give me 45. At least, you know what I mean, like without getting yourself injured. Give me 45. And then cheese on top, right? And cheese on top. Listen, I'm at least happy we could do this year, where we know what the fuck our lineup is. We you know, what I mean, we could take a player here and there and move and shit. You know what I mean? Because like it had been a while since we knew what the fuck who we were gonna play, and not just kind of whoever was available.
Back to Vasquez though, we're talking about the 2-week break. I'm down to give him a rest if that means we give him this game and a 2-week rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I'm okay with it.
But listen, give me 45 minutes though. See how you feel at the 45. Whatever. Can you do 60? Do 65. You know what I mean? Like, listen, he's important though. Like he really unlocks a lot of shit for us.
But
you know
I don't want to play him for 45 with a potential knock, and then he's out for 2 weeks, and then he got zero rest.
But peep game though, right? Like a dub on Sunday versus Austin puts us a point away from them. Puts us 3 points away from LAFC, right? Depending on what they do on the weekend, obviously, right? But like we're like, man, I get it. We drop points. It hasn't been right for me. But if we can stay in the mix, right? We're 5th place right now, right? 2 points. That's what I'm saying. 2 points away. But like if we could get those 3 points, hopefully some other team below us drops some points. We get separation there, and then we're back in the mix of top 3, top 4. Like, I'm gonna take that May. Yeah, you're right.
This game on Sunday defines this month.
May, yeah.
It really does. Yeah, because it started shit, but it could end on a positive note. It could end on, hey, you know what? We got the last 2 wins. Let's go into this break. Let's get this win when we come back, instead of them probably overthinking like, yo, what the fuck happened?
What's going on
Wednesday? Why can't we transition that into league play?
Yeah,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's key. Get that dub.
Yep, I agree with you, and I think it's key to perform well too. Right, like I think they get. All right, maybe it's not to the level of Wednesday, right? Because Wednesday's an outlier because of who we played and whatnot. But give me a good performance, right? Like give me like 85% of what Grandier and Cabral did on Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Could be, because Austin's a team that doesn't fucking sit back either. They don't play that fucking game. You know, the opportunity. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we're better than Austin, but I'm saying like the opportunity to be there and show that you're better than them is here, because you already beat them at home, playing like shit.
And even that game, I think we ended up with like 12 shots. I think only 4 on target, right? Because it was bad on our end. But like,
did you guys see the? My bad.
We can figure out. Go for it.
This goes into this. Did you guys see the stats for yesterday's game?
Yeah, I saw them. I was actually looking for the corner. My bad. Go. Yeah, the shots. How much shots were there?
We had 17 shots, 9 on target, and to answer George's question, we had 8 corners.
No, 8. 8. I want to know the crosses.
Oh, I don't know.
See, that's the big number for me, the crossing, because when we don't have anything and when we're playing stagnant, the crossings are up. I don't remember seeing much of any crosses where we're just around the box trying to figure something out and moving in.
But see, but like that's the thing though, right? Like there wasn't many times where LFC was waiting for us back there, right? Like we're meeting in the midfield. Big thing yesterday. Masa, do you have a duels won? I saw that stat. I don't remember it, but I saw the stat of duels won, and we won a shit ton of more duels than they did. You know what I mean? Like that's a difference. Like I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I think like yesterday, like we didn't have to see crosses because that team was coming out to meet us in the middle of the field, and then we just won there. You know what I mean? Allowing us to exploit the spaces in the back. Man, yesterday was good. Either way. Talk to me predictions. Somebody give me some good news about how Galaxy's gonna fuck on Sunday.
We're either tying or losing. We're not winning. 2-2 tie or 2-1 loss.
I said somebody tell me we're gonna fuck. I didn't say we're gonna get fucked. You know,
it'll be consensual if it's a tie.
Mazda, tell me something better, dog. I don't like George right now, dog. Wow. You are. Damn, you're not gonna tell me anything better too. Hey, dog.
Hey,
listen, I got the blue Kool-Aid, dog. Blue Kool-Aid, not even random. It's the blue one, dog. Come on,
it's the green one for Austin.
No,
but we're gonna win, just because. I've been saying it all season. I'm not. It's a Galaxy podcast. You already know how I roll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop these.
Sip, baby. Let's go. Sip, baby. Let's go.
We're back after one game. We
I ain't sipping.
Wild, bro.
Sip, baby. Pick you up, baby. Pick you up with the Kool-Aid, baby. Let's go. Nah.
I think we go. Shit, I want to say like 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, something like that.
3-1.
3-1.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going 3-1.
I was surprised you went so low.
No, I'm going 3. Listen, I'm going 3-1. Yeah, this is not even a prediction. This is what I'm wishing for. This is
just wilding, huh?
This is me putting out in the universe. This is me fucking manifesting this though. But I'm hoping 3-1 with the Galaxy looking very similar to what they looked like yesterday on Wednesday night.
I hope.
Come
Listen,
on, you guys.
It's a team that's gonna try to attack you. And we saw what we did yesterday versus the team who tried to attack us. Right? To be honest though, like Dallas attacked us too, and we saw what they did. So we see. Listen, I just can't. I like this toxic relationship though. You know what I mean? I get mad, but when it kind of teases me, and I'm like, all right, what you doing?
You don't have a toxic relationship with? And Kevin Cabral, baby. Cabral season in full effect now. So.
Oh, we ain't shit. All right, boys. George, you have any questions?
No.
No questions. Dope. I got a little something. Little ACB news for y'all ass. Here, let me pull that up real quick. Here we go. Few things. New member meeting. So if you're new to ACB, even if you're not new to ACB, you've been around ACB, but you want to get to meet people in a different level, like outside the game area, we're having there's a new member meeting. It's called a new member meeting, but it's not really new members for all members, but it's definitely people who are newer to a group and want to, have a little hangout. We're gonna meet up on June 4th from 2 to 6 p.m. at Absolution Brewery. Check out socials. I'm sure they're gonna be posted up and have more information. Hit up ACB. That should be fun. Probably gonna hit that up. Also, man, like listen, first-hand experience, everything costs a shit ton of money. So if you're looking for tickets for Sunday, if you're looking for tickets for the games of Portland in 3 weeks, make sure you're copying them from acb.la. It helps out the group a lot. It's a few bucks that we make out of every ticket, and it helps out with tifos and everything else we do. So please back us up with that. And last but not least, you know what next month is? You know what about this time next month, exactly 1 month away. You know what it is? You know what it is? Come on, yeah. I don't know what it is.
Give me. Okay, June 25th.
June 26th.
June 26th. Fuck you. I don't know.
San Jose away, baby. Let's go. We got San Jose away. If you're mad at yourself, or if you've done some stupid shit in the last few months, and you need to fucking make sure you check yourself, get on the bus. Get on the bus, San Jose.
It's like infomercial. Have you fucked up in the last one? Do you find yourself staring at yourself in the mirror thinking, I've fucked up? Get on the San Jose bus.
Hey, Eric Souza, you need a ticket, dog? Get yourself a ticket from ACB. You get a ticket and the bus right up there. But yeah, next month we have San Jose away. Tickets on the bus are still available, but not many left. So hop on that if you're planning to go on the bus. If you've never been on this trip, to San Jose on the bus, you need to do it at least once. All right? Because you hear about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. You need to fucking do it once. It's a rite of passage. Do it. Pro tip though. I'm gonna give you a pro tip, right? Like,
what's your pro tip?
This is
coming
the biggest
from a person that
I
I don't think you should give any advice in a San Jose game.
This is good. This is real good.
All right, let's see it.
Go up on the bus. Take the trip to San Jose on the bus. Go up.
Oh, okay.
Fucking fun. Yeah. It's fun. It's a good time. Gang of shit. We drink. We talk shit. We stop by in a random ass spot that you might get kidnapped. I'm just kidding. You don't get kidnapped. But if you stop at a random spot for food.
In-N-Out. There's an In-N-Out there.
Yeah. You hit up San Jose. You go to fucking Stanford because it's Stanford again. Fun times. You stay the night. You crash in the hotel. Everybody party a little more. Then you wake up. We wake you guys up early and catch a flight home. You'll be home in an hour and 45 minutes. And you can be hungover at home for Sunday instead of being on the bus for 8 hours. That's my pro tip. Mm-hmm. Buy the tickets to ACB. Get on the bus, go up, and then fly you guys back down. Check out the ticket prices. I think it's not too bad right now. I saw it a couple weeks ago. Not too bad to fly back. But it's a good time. San Jose away is always dope. And if you've never been there, like, be there. You understand, like, these are original rivals. This is fuck San Jose all day, every day. Yeah, that's your ACB news for the week. Anything else, boys? Okay, get the fuck out of here.
Obi-Wan.
Water.
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Oh, I got all right. Obi-Wan and Sonic 2 is on Paramount Plus. Like I'm good. I know what I'm watching today and tomorrow. Like I'm good. That's me. Masa, you said something before?
Drink water.
Drink water and don't take a piss on the bus. Trust.
Oh yeah. Like listen, I won't tell you why. Drink water. Don't take a piss. Bathrooms are available.
Don't use the restroom.
Yeah, restroom is available, but just
don't.
There's a high price to pay every time you use the restroom, so don't do it.
Hold it till you stop to the bus stop and you get down to get some food. Then you can go use the restroom.
Or piss in the cooler with all the beer.
All right. Real quick story. Last time I was a trip away, right? I've been drinking the whole way there, dog. And I hadn't used the restroom, right? I was manning up. I was like, yeah, let's go. Ooh. 7 minutes away from getting there. I had to do it, dog. I had to go to the restroom. I was so mad too, because I had waited like, I don't know, fucking a gazillion hours. And then I checked my Google Maps and 7 minutes away. But I'm glad I couldn't do it, though. On that shit, though. I had to take a piss. I had to take a shot and a fucking piss. All right.
That being said, everybody.
Yeah, I just realized I did. With that being said, it's another episode Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Smarts. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Gram.
Follow me at
Brooks
Kepka. Brooks Kepka. It's your turn, stupid.
Right. I forgot you don't have an IG. Dog, my bad.
I literally don't have an IG. I have an IG, but I'm locked out of my IG.
I'm sorry. I don't have one. I was waiting for the ad. This and that.
Fuck you.
Peace, love, peace up. Let's go.
Peace, y'all. We'll be back next week at the right time. Peace.